Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the bakery. Today, we're running another challenge that a viewer suggested, kind of. In reality, this challenge was originally suggested as running Borderlands 2 as lore-accurate Maya. And while I agree Maya is the better of the two sirens in this situation, I thought it would be a disservice to this great iconic series not to do the first game, well, first. So today, we're gonna see if I can beat the original Borderlands as lore-accurate Lilith.
Buckle up for the sweetest ride and prepare to have your mind blown wide.
Now, this might seem like a completely silly task in the same vein as my lore-accurate Doomslayer run. If you're into the story of Borderlands, then you know exactly why this is a bit of a goofy question. If not, however, let me clue you in. Lilith isn't a normal human. Oh, no. She is a class of, I guess they'd technically be called meta-humans, called sirens. Sirens in the Borderlands universe are some of the absolute most powerful, terrifying women you can find. In fact, being a siren in and of itself means you are capable of bending physical concepts to your will. Need an easier way to digest it? Let's just say, since sirens are all women, girl boss, gatekeep, gaslight.
Period.
So it's safe to say, playing as lore-accurate Lilith should be a cakewalk, since not only are sirens that powerful, but Lilith, in lore, is one of the most powerful sirens to ever exist. However, that's where the other side of the challenge comes into play. You know, the fact that, mancakes, me, I'm bad at games. Borderlands doesn't possess a difficulty selection, so while we might be working toward lore-accurate Lilith, I certainly can't play like one. And we can't be entirely lore-accurate since, you know, we can't make the game incredibly easy. We're just being as lore-accurate as we can. Hopefully, however, this isn't too much of a wrench in the works, since Lilith is still the most overpowered Vault Hunter in the first game, according to Reddit. I personally like Brick, but whatever. Anyway, now that I've successfully avoided making a verbal love letter to the band Cage the Elephant, my favorite song from them is Tokyo Smoke, let's get started with the rules. Sorry guys, but we gotta do them. Now, I was having trouble deciding what methods of defending ourselves we're allowed to use. More specifically, if we're allowed to use guns or not. Obviously, our abilities need to be in there. What else would be the point of playing a lore-accurate siren? However, I didn't know what guns to use, if any at all. Eventually, though, I decided that Lilith is associated with SMGs, so those are the only weapons we're allowed to use. Otherwise, our melee is allowed, grenades are not, and we can only spec into the elemental tree, seeing as how Lilith becomes the Firehawk by the time Borderlands 2 rolls around. Our goal this time around, especially since it's, you know, our first Borderlands challenge, is just to beat the game. So let's just get straight into it. Ripe for the taken, fresh off the bus, our first introduction is to Jack Black.
I'm Claptrap.
Maybe that's the pre-sequel run, as lore-accurate Jack Black. Anyway, he gives us our Echo device. Think of it like a Pip-Boy, except not at all. We rebind our melee button, because I'm a stickler for my controls, stop the bandits from burning the place down, saved the town, and Mr. Krabs. While we talk to the doc, let me just say, I forgot how slow this game feels compared to the others in the series. At least for me, it feels so sluggish. That's what you get with the early roots of a series, I guess.
Say thank you. Nipple salads!
Aw, now why would they do that to Traveling Gulliver? Anyway, we stop some dudes and fix Claptrap up, where we now get to act as pest control. I cannot wait until we get a better SMG. That'll be awesome. I feel like there's something I forgot in the rules, too, but oh well, I'm sure it's nothing. Oh, right. Wire. That's a little inside joke between me and Lars Burrito. Don't worry about it. Shields. After we grabbed a power coupling and brought it back to the vending machine, I rediscovered shields are a large part of the Borderlands series. I haven't played a Borderlands game in a while. I suppose we are allowed to use them. Lore accurate really just applies to the weapons and skills in my mind, and anything that makes the game easier is just lending further into lore accurate Lilith. So sure, we could use shields. We can't afford this one yet though, because they can't just give you the shield for free. What kind of business practice is that? That's not in line with the current Borderlands CEO on the topic of Borderlands 4. What are you, silly? We do some scrounging though, and here we go, a nice basic shield. From here, obviously, we're still in the introduction. It's pretty simple and easy. We stop some of Nine-Toes' men, effectively eliminating the phalangulus man's eyes. Meet TK Baha, who reminds me of my friend Aiden, and find his food. We are forced at gunpoint in real life to purchase a grenade to continue progressing. And we're set on the path to eliminate that Nine-Toes fella. Wonder where his toe is. Boom! Let's head on in, where we also get our first upgrade to our SMG's ammo capacity. Sick. That's not the only upgrade we get though. After shaking the grave marker of Mr. Gunstash, we get a new SMG. One with more damage and better accuracy. We even get our first perk, the Phase Walk ability. You and I are gonna find out what that does together. I never play Sirens. My favorite Vault Hunter in the whole series is Krieg. Big melee guy over here. Onward to Nine-Toes. Here he is, himself, Nine-Toes in the flesh. Also, apparently having 3 testicles. He wasn't hard at all, about what you'd expect from an intro boss. We only got downed here because I ignored his dogs, but he ended up being the second win kill anyway. We also got a purple handgun. 2 actually. At the time of writing the script, I only saw the 1. I really wish I could have used them. Time to turn in our quest to finally finish up the introduction. Now, this next quest for TK, never mind, we gotta do the Catch-A-Ride quest. Whatever. Somehow, despite doing nothing, we completed that level 10 TK quest, because I kind of wasn't paying attention to where I was going, and went to TK anyway instead of the Catch-A-Ride outside. I probably should have read the quest descriptions to see why we completed that. Regardless, it's time to retrieve TK's prosthetic leg. After picking up this bandit recording, I realized the missions do tell you if they're necessary or not. Sorry, again, I haven't played a Borderlands game in a fat minute, and this one especially I have not played in who knows how long. But after realizing this, I find that only the Catch-A-Ride quest is story-related, so screw TK's leg, I guess. He's gonna die anyway. Oops. Spoiler alert for a 16-year-old game. TK is about to die. We gotta kill Bonehead, but we may be a little underdeveloped. However, this is where the beauty of being a siren comes in. Alright, maybe I exaggerated a little bit. It's only Saturday and we're a quarter of the way through the main mission. Really, already? I forgot how short this game is. I think we could take a break. Alright, back the next day, I decided we probably need to actually adhere to the game loop and go complete a couple side missions. My face when I need to actually experience the game I paid for. Before we went out to do a mission, though, I decided to check in at the weapon vendor and see if there was anything interesting. Oh boy, am I glad I did that. We ended up getting an SMG that not only did more damage with a higher fire rate, but it also did fire damage. We are really becoming the Firehawk with this one. Then we left to go get TK's leg for real this time. I may have gone through this whole area instead of just going where we needed to. That did get us another level though, and some weapons to sell before finding TK's leg in the belly of some big skag. Speaking of skags, did you know skags really remind me of hyenas? Speaking of hyenas, did you know hyenas have some incredible endurance? Generally, it's agreed upon that one of the things that accelerated humans to the top of the food chain is our incredible endurance. While most animals are much faster than us, they could run miles over miles until they eventually collapsed and the humans would still be there. Hyenas, however, in addition to being little cuties, I mean, look at that little fella, hunt in very much the same way as early humans. They don't rely on their ability to fight the way a lion would. They exhaust their prey through relentless chase until the prey animal is too tired to continue. And if you're saying, well, hyenas are scavengers, that's actually a really common misconception that they are. Additionally, hyenas are fantastic mothers. According to Wild Tomorrow, spending the most energy on their cubs out of any of the terrestrial carnivores. Especially interesting considering the fact that hyena cubs are born essentially fully formed. By the time they're born, they already have all the necessary facets of a hunter. Perfect vision, sharp teeth, and the muscles to back it all up. This sounds like it's decently useful, already having your child mature enough to hunt. However, This might be more hellish than it sounds. If by any chance at all a mother is watching this, first, respect to you. Women are one of the most important and beautiful... Women are one of the most important and beautiful things on God's green earth. Then I'm sure you already know how horrifically painful it would be to give birth to something already completely fully formed the way a hyena cub is. Even with that in mind though, I can assure you, even you have no idea how horrible it is. Because this next fact makes it so much worse. Hyenas, male or female, have genital structures that resemble a penis. Do you know why hyena birth is so much worse than even a mother would figure? Because female hyenas give birth through this structure. How the hell does that even work? I'm obviously not gonna put a picture of the phallus up, but trust me, this is not fitting through that. Much like I'm sure you can assume too, the process has been observed as excruciatingly painful and torturous for these poor hyenas. I suppose the pain of a mother is universal. Aside from the bit of body horror though, finally, hyenas are incredibly social animals. Their babies typically stick around the clan for the rest of their lives, and their clans can be as large as 130 members. Not only this, but hyena clans are matriarchal societies, meaning the women, especially the mother hyenas, are the leaders and keep the clan in check, with there being one supreme leader, the matriarch, who is typically the most social and friendly to the other hyenas out of the clan. Overall, the hyena came out to be a perfect analog for me to talk vicariously about women, their strengths, and the sacrifices that come with motherhood, which I especially wanted to do in a video where we're playing as a paragon of women. Everybody watching this video, make sure you respect women, because they are some of the most incredibly unique creatures out there, no matter the species. And go tell your mom you love her. Thank her for what she's done for you. Unless, you know, your mom is not somebody who should be thanked. While hyenas may not be endangered, plenty of other species are, more than 16,000. So if you're feeling generous enough to donate, please visit the World Wildlife Fund in the description and donate to animal conservation efforts today. Anyway, as you were eating your animal cookies, we turned in TK's leg and started another mission, just to inch out that level 10. We also got a pretty dope double-shot SMG that's really packing a hell of a punch. Now though, we're collecting some seeds and narrowly avoiding having our legs ripped off by these skags. Time to take on that bonehead fella like the bonehead he is. Just like that, his bone is cracked. You don't want to know what head his name was referring to. He did give us a purple SMG, but it sucks, especially compared to ours. So, cha-ching! Here's the Digistruct module. Time to launch straight into another mission. Yep, the grind never stops. At least this time we get to use a vehicle and do some jumps for all of 20 seconds. Time to return to Zed. Hey Shep, time to do another mission. This game goes by really fast. I think we're quickly approaching the halfway mark mission-wise. Like, I'm pretty sure we have 5 until we're halfway through. After doing some big fighting, it was kind of just the same old. We find the mine key and get rewarded for the mission twice, for some reason. Anyway, next mission, off to the safe house. Please come over here so I can get you. Please. 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 Oh my goon. Guys, we need to hit level 13 now. This part was really hard because there were enemies we were really underleveled for, so we kept dying and had to run all the way to the entrance to get more ammo over and over. Finally though, we hit level 13, so a quick swap to a weapon that doesn't guzzle our ammunition like a semi-truck leads to our success in eliminating the big one. Sweet. This weapon feels fantastic too, I just want to say. Here's the key to my hole though. Well, I guess it's not technically my hole, but a hole we're going to be venturing deep into. Here's where that hole is located, by the way. I was having some difficulty with this location, then I had a serious, wait a minute, I'm what?
Claptrap!
Moment and just ran past everything. Who cares? I can go invisible. Alright, facing Sledge at this level was a mistake. Time to go do some more leveling. Whoa, this weapon looks like it's gonna be crazy. Crazy inaccurate. Holy! It also guzzles ammunition like your mother. Forget the animal cookies section. I can make that joke. I'm just gonna do this tomorrow. Alright, we're back. Do you know what time it is? That's right, time for more grinding. Alright, next level, new shield, swapped back to the more accurate, superior gun. Let's try again. Oh my god. Alright, now we have to succeed. Yet another close victory. At least we did it, and we can finally continue. Alright, now that we can finally continue moving forward, our goal tonight is Hyenas Town. I also want to say, I am not a fan of SMGs, I know that now. Let's move on to the next major area of the game, though. We finally get to leave the tire store. Time to rescue Lucky, or something or other. I wasn't paying attention. This whole recording segment, I was watching Mickey 17, and let me say, peak movie. We did get this better weapon, though. Sick. Here's Lucky, and his name must be true, because all we've got for a bit is nice, easy missions. Like fixing these fast travel poles. They're definitely not just telephone lines. After that, though, we get to do some Mad Maxing. We have to, sorry. Well, I guess we don't actually have to, but it's the point of the mission, so I'm gonna do it anyway. It's my video. After eliminating some baddies, it's time to take out Mad Mel. Took a few tries, he definitely wasn't easy, but eventually patience is what led to Mad Mel's downfall. Time to move on to New Haven. Sorry if this section of the video sounds boring, I'm really invested in this movie. We're getting pretty close to today's stopping point, thankful. It's Bad Biddy Tannin! As I was saying, we're approaching our stopping point, we just gotta turn on these generators. Listen to this claptrap song.
The best robot. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I am the best robot. Yeah.
Run past these spider ants. I honestly forgot those are a thing in this series. And here's Hyenas. God, she's such a fine honey. Time to go meet a Mr. Crazy Earl. Crazy Earl here needs us to kill some spider ants and bandits. Alright, here we go. Oh. We only need to kill 3 of these? Killing all these bandits wasn't too bad. We were a little under-leveled for some of them, but when we found this better SMG, the level difference was hardly felt. Except for this badass psycho. He was kind of messing us up bad. Now we gotta collect some beer bottles or something. Gotta love Crazy Earl. As you can see, I was clearly frustrated. However, then I realized we just gotta be killing them all. But I'm still done tonight. Alright, hopefully today is the final recording day, and I've decided the rest of our success through the game is probably gonna depend on playing the character correctly. Yep, I've been playing Lilith all wrong, and I've actually also been fully aware of it. Lilith isn't tuned to using just any old SMGs. Nope, she's made for using elemental SMGs. Our Lilith, especially, as it's lore-accurate Lilith, is tuned for using fire SMGs, as you can tell from our Firefly class mod. So we're gonna need to find ourselves a flaming submarine. After finally collecting all the beer bottles we needed, it's time to head back to Earl. Whoa! Alright, level 25. Looks like we're doing some side quests, like placing and popping Earl's explosive charges. Who doesn't love explosion? No, I'm not turning around. Cool guys don't look at explosions. We found one! Time to hold on to it until we're mature enough to wield it. I think I read the XP numbers wrong. I was expecting this mission to level us again. Well, more grinding time. Let's go check on TK Baja. Oh no! TK is dead! Wow, these missions are leveling us really slowly. We're gonna have to do a ton of them. Well, We're now level 22, have the Phoenix ability unlocked, and a sweet new flaming SMG for now, and one that we'll use at level 25. Let's get to finding the next piece of the vault key. Oh my god. Oh, that was so much easier. Now all we've got left is a fight to move up through this canyon. Well, I mean, that's not all we have left. That's just what we have to do for this next part of the vault key. Man, do I wish this was an SMG. Let's just use some invisibility, and hey, it's Korn. Not gonna lie, his design is kind of badass, even if I don't like his music. Oh my goon, we did it. Now we can finally continue. Here you go, Hyenas, the next piece, and more leveling issues. Great. Luckily enough, it looks like this mission is just talking to some people, so let's just do it. First, though, the next SMG ammo upgrade. Almost 1,100 rounds. It's beautiful. Yep, just like I thought, all we needed to do was talk to some people. This is a new level 27 elimination mission, though. And we're still 5 levels under-leveled. So, more side missions. Alright, lots of progress made, and King Wee Wee killed, a storage upgrade, and an Iridian artifact boosting our phase walk ability. I think we're good enough to continue the story, and it's really funny how much easier being properly leveled makes these missions. Time to spread the word about Penis Town, also known as more simple, easy missions. Boy, am I glad that's the case. This includes such fun activities as my decision to do the optional mission of picking up nudie magazines, as well as the main missions like finding a cache, talking to a lady, killing another of the Cobb siblings, talking to his robot, and heading to the trash coast for the next part of the vault key. Look at this thing, it's so cute. I don't want to kill it. Luckily enough for us though, this was by far the easiest fight in the whole run. I'm pretty sure this is the only boss that we first tried. Anyway though, here's the final key piece. Time to go see Hyenas, where we found out Jack Black has been imprisoned. Oh no! Time to go free him. Man, that was really easy. We are quickly becoming lore-accurate powerful. Time to grab the final piece of the vault key. You thought I was telling the truth that the other one was the last piece? You must be new, small fry. First up, we need some bandit patrols destroyed. And if there's one ideal I live by, it's that the only way to get something done right is to do it yourself. Especially if it means we get to Mad Max it. Fine, I'll use my guns. Baron Flint, the holder of our final piece. He's about to find out what it means to be the Firehawk. This is really the man who's guarding the vault key. What does he even do? Final key obtained. What the hell? I knew about that, but you didn't, unless you've played Borderlands, which, having come out in, I think, 2009, there's a pretty good chance that a good amount of you have played it, especially if you're watching this video. Oh no, the Crimson Lance! They shut down the Echo Network! We gotta get it up and running again. We need to find Hyenas. First, though, we gotta get through Master McCloud. Look at how we shred through these super soldier men things. Even on death's doorstep, we steal their life force through smoke and ash. Here's Hyenas, though, and we get to act as her knight in shining armor. Time to work on turning the Echo Network back on. First, we need to find the command console. Oh, here it is already. That was easy. Onward to fixing it. Hitting level 30 and seeing the scary alien people things. But we activate computer things 1, 2, and 3 before reactivating the system. Time to find steel. As we run through this cave of guardian alien things, we make it to the Iridian something or other, full of guardians that we can pretty much sneak past for the most part before finally making it to the vault. God, Lilith and Steel are such bad biddies. Too bad Steel dies here. Time to destroy the destroyer. Finally, after a lot of ammo, including waiting for us to regenerate more, we have successfully beaten Borderlands 1 as lore-accurate Lilith. Was it hard? Yes. Did it get easier? Absolutely. If anything, this run has reminded me how much I dislike SMGs, and how boring the first game is compared to the others. Maybe it's just because I didn't play it on release. I really enjoyed the challenge though, and I'm super happy we were able to become the Firehawk by the end, leading into Borderlands 2. I always enjoy playing the Borderlands games, and if you want to see more runs in this series, make sure you let me know in the comments. If you'd like to see more challenges in general, because I run a variety of games, because I might not be the best, but hey, maybe your favorite creator doesn't have a game that you want to see, but I do. If that's the case though, make sure you subscribe. I mean, look at these numbers. You're breaking my heart here. I have a membership program which has tiers that allow you to see videos a day early, watch uncensored challenges that I deemed too graphic for the algorithm, and request art from me once a month if you like my art style for some reason. Make sure you visit the World Wildlife Fund and donate to animal preservation, and even though she won't see this, I dedicate this run to my mom and the strong woman she is. I love you, Mom. Otherwise, that's all I have for you guys today. So, as always, have a fantastic day.
What can you do for me?